Hello, good evening. Good evening, Dipchandra.
Yes,
Can
good
you
evening,
hear
ma'am.
me?
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. You are audible. We will start in 6-5 or 6-6. Once the participant, we will start
Fine.
with 6-5, ma'am.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, all. Yeah. Yeah. Let us start the session for today. As you all know,
Recording in progress.
we have uh, we have understood till now the criterias from 1 to 4. We understood what to be added and how exactly the key points to be taken while uploading the documents. Let us today we will discuss on criteria 5 and 6. I'll be sharing my screen. Dipchandra, help me uh, that it is
Yes,
visible.
ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah. So let us start with criteria 5 today. What criteria 5 talks about? Criteria 5 talks about the aspects of scholarship, student related, like how the student development you do, related to scholarship, and then related to culturals, sports, and the cells, like committees, what we are doing for the welfare of the students or to grow their leadership uh, with those things. So let us come with the scholarship. Scholarship, there are two scholarships generally. It's one is government scholarship and the other one is institutional scholarship. Now, government scholarship, whatever the students are getting from the state government, central government, or the uh, any other governments, which comes under the student level. That is, like say in a year, whichever the students are getting that, what document is expected here is nowadays it is a government portals. Like if you talk about Karnataka, there is a NSP and SSP portals where the government scholarship will come. Other than that, there are Karnataka scholarship. There are any some other scholarships also will come, which is related to government. Now you have to download the scholarship sheet from the login. You have to log into that and download the sheet, and that sheet is one of the supporting document along with the name of the student, type of scholarship the student got, and the amount the student got, which has to be taken print on a letterhead of the institution, seal signed by the principal, and these two things you are going to give as the supporting document for government scholarship. Now, coming towards institutional scholarship, here institution has to decide first. A policy of scholarship is required, where institution decides, the management decides that what type of scholarship your management is giving to the students. Maybe it is for economically weak students. It is for merit student, the one who scores say 90% and above, this much is the scholarship. And sports scholarship, then single child scholarship, girl child scholarship, such kind of things your management has to decide in the policy. And as per that policy, every year, how much you are giving. Here, the expected thing from NAAC is 30% of the students at least has to be helped by the institution. Here you have to see to it that you are covering this much, and the amount which is being dispersed as a scholarship to the student has to be reflected in your balance sheet, in your audited statement. Now, here, first thing you will give policy. Second thing, you will give the list of the students along with the amount what you have given as a scholarship for the student and the type of the scholarship. Then that list in the letterhead, seal signed by the principal, along with the audited statement mentioning or highlighting the scholarship point in your statement. So these things will go under this question as the document. Now, 5 years you have to create every year, you have to prepare these documents, and this has to go in your website. And then you have to create a main page where you give all the 5 year links, and then that you are uploading in the website. Sorry, in the portal, NAC portal. Now, coming towards the next part of the criteria 5, that is capacity development and skill enhancement activities. Let us understand what exactly the meaning of this. Here, this particular activities has to be taken care by the placement department. Now, the placement department has to have a policy that how exactly they are going to develop the student, develop and skill in the student for getting job or making them get ready for the um, I can say job ready students or ready for placement. Here, for type of capacity developments, there are few sub questions with this, which says that you have to develop the attitude of the student, that is a skill in the student, that when and how they have to present themselves, aptitude, how they have to put their knowledge in a specific time, then language, and how the communication has to happen, how they have to write to the companies, how they have to develop their CV, and they should develop all these soft skills in them. For that, what is the strategy when you are starting this process in the second year or in the first year or in the third year itself? Then what type of activities being conducted to the students and to how many students? Say for example, you have conducted these activities for 100 students or say final year students, then what is the outcome of that? After giving such skills for 100 students, how many placed? What is the outcome of it? After counseling them for their requirements, for their understanding, generally the process goes like you will understand that what exactly student need. The placement department has to work asking that how many are interested to go for a job first. Once you sort out their two things, either they go for higher education, their interest will be for going for higher education or for the placement. Now once you get the placement list, like these many students out of 100 students, say 50 students wants to go for placement, now again you have to divide them saying that which sector, how many are interested in which sectors. Like BCA student will be having different sector, BBA student will be having a different sector, MBA will be having a different sectors. In that again, specialization like marketing, HR, like sales, like what are that particular thing where a student is interested. To make them aware, a placement department first has to take the introductory sessions that if you are studying commerce, these all are your opportunities for placement. If you are studying BCA, these all are the sectors where you can go for. Then you should ask the student that which sector they want. Then the department has to divide the students, maybe 25 students in each sector or 30 students in each sector, like that. Then you have to call the expert companies for making them ready for that particular sector. Then you go for placement activity. This process is required and has to be done. Then your outcome will be good. Now, all that policy, then the kind of activities done, the activity reports, and then the outcome. All these things has to be collated properly and has to be arranged properly, and you have to prove that the process is on during the year. See her soft skill, language and communication skill, life skills, and ICT based technological skill. That is like a student of BBA can learn computer system, can learn some of the softwares running. So these are the things, how exactly you're doing in each thing. You have to have the proper documents of the reports along with student attendance. And then finally, remember you are giving the outcome of it. Then coming towards career counseling and competitive examinations. Here, as I said, career counseling is that where you will first you will shortlist the students who are in need of the placement and shortlist the students who are in need of higher education. Now the one who is in need of higher education will go for the competitive, get ready for competitive exams such as the government exams, say PG students for NET, SLET, PGCT, all such kind of TOEFL, GRE, any such kind of an exams which can take them for higher studies. So trainings on these exams you have to do. And the one who selected for placement has to go for the sectors, like which sector they want. That is called career counseling. The counseling has to be done to set their career, to know about the student's career and the activities done for that and the proper outcome of that particular thing. All these documents is must. Then outcome of these things will be how many students went for placement and how many went for higher education. I mean, here the document required is the offer letter of the company, not the letter of intent. Remember, many a times it happens that the colleges call for the companies for the placement, in-house placement, and the companies will go back and they give the letter of intent, which is not acceptable. It should be a offer letter, offer providing the particular position along with mentioning the CTC in that particular letter. Now, if out of 50 students, 40 students placed or 30 students placed, everybody's offer letter, arrange it properly. Now you have to prepare a sheet having your name of the student, a university register number of the student, and then keep a column where you can add the clickable, where once they click on that, offer letter of that student has to open. Likewise, for every year you have to prepare these sheets. At the same time, you have to prepare for higher education also. name of the student, USN number, what course the student completed in your college, what course the student has joined in the for further study, and from which college. And the supporting document for that is either the ID card of the student of the higher education, like your commerce student went for master in commerce, master in commerce card, or else the transfer certificate where the request has come to you from other college to transfer this student for the higher education. That these things you have to arrange it properly, year wise, and then you have to put all these things in your website, take the link from there, and properly make a main sheet of that, and which you are going to submit in the NAC portal. Now, students' qualification in competitive exams. As I said here, when you are training the students for competitive exams, then the outcome of the competitive exams, their hall ticket of competitive exam, if they have appeared for TOEFL, GRE, NET, SLET, whatever, then the hall ticket of that and the result sheet of that is the supporting document. The result sheet highlighting that student's result in the with the highlighter, seal signed by the principal, and then attach that as the supporting document here. Awards and medals in sports and culturals. Here, the awards specifically given to a student for winning the positions like first place, second place, third place. Remember, it is not the participation. Many a times, students will go to other colleges and they participate in the event, but they have not won that event. If you put participation certificate, it is not going to work. It should be mentioned in the certificate clearly that this has been awarded a second place or a first place or a third place for so and so students for so and so program. Now, if you are doing your in-house programs and your student has won in your in-house program, will not be considered. That has to be intercollegiate program, and you have to have the awards for that particular thing. It should be at national level, international level, and at the state level also. Every year how many awards your students are getting, that you are listing out, and their certificates of these awards is the supporting document for them, either in sports or in culturals. Now, coming to cultural and sports events organized. The college organized the events. So, here, how many events you have organized? If you say 1 week sports event conducted, it will be considered as one event. And in that 1 week, you have conducted 10 to 20 different sports like cricket, kabaddi, tennis, chess, indoor and outdoor. You have conducted all this and you call that as one program like sports week. If you present it as a sports week, it will be considered as one program. If you split this into single program, single event, then it will be considered as the number of events. And in same kind of an sports, doing in all 5 years will be considered as one. Like say you are doing cricket and cricket you are doing for all 5 years, then they will consider one time. That means here is you have to introduce a new kind of an sports every year, at least few. Like you will be continuing the regular things, along with that you will be adding the new ones, new games or new events of sports to that particular thing. Like that, you have to see that your conducting events will be there. And same for culturals. Like you are conducting cultural events, same mehendi event, same that event for all 5 years you are doing, just the dates are being changed and the name of the event remains same, then it is not going to work properly. You have to have a different kinds of the cultural events, different varieties of cultural events. The innovations in that cultural events has to be seen, which exactly will be considered here. So these are the things, these are the key points which you have to understand. Many a times, many colleges, they say that we have given all 5 years of the data, we have given so many number of events, but still we got less marks in this question. It is only because that you are repeating the same thing. That will be a reason out here. So you should have an idea what you are picking out, and while conducting the events, you should see last year we have conducted all this. Can we change a little bit for this particular year? So these are the things which you have to keep in mind. And coming towards policies required here, you can see first thing you require the policy of the um, uh, I'm sorry. Yeah. You require the scholarship policy. As I said, you require the placement policy where all this career counseling, all these capacity developments, all this will come. And you require the other policies like extracurricular policy, all these things which has been displayed here, all these policies are must to add the support to your documents. Along with your documents, you have to add these policies along with that. This looks simple. This looks like, yeah, we'll consider cultural events are there, sports events are there, yeah, placement is there, all that. But when you sit for collating the data of criteria 5, it takes a lot of time, and it needs a mind for arranging these datas properly, and very much scoreable criteria if you work with a proper discipline here. This is about criteria 5 from my end. Now I'll open uh, all of you for the questions to discuss on criteria 5, and then we will go for criteria 6. Uh, Dipchandra, I request you to just unmute them and let us discuss on this.
Good evening, ma'am.
Madam,
Good evening,
we
madam.
conduct a session for CV preparation for students. We teach them how to prepare CV and how to present themselves in the interviews. Then what should be the reported as the outcomes? Because CV preparation is just they prepare the CV. Will that be an outcome?
No. When you have prepared the CV, is the student been absorbed by the company? Is the outcome.
Right,
If
ma'am.
student has learned CV
Yes, ma'am.
preparation properly, and see, CV is something which should be unique, has to be captured to the company to take that CV, right? If the student has learned perfectly, then a good company will absorb him. So
Right.
outcome is when he has been placed in a very good company.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Good evening, madam.
for cultural and sports event organized, for an example, if we are conducting IPL season 1 in 1 year, second year we are doing IPL season number 2, can we consider this as a two different activities?
No, it is IPL only. No,
But ma'am, we are doing season 1, season 2 like that.
Season 1, season 2, but the game is same, right?
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Good evening, madam.
ma'am, but you don't think so that NAAC is, on this criteria, there has to be a revision because the colleges are organizing intercollegiate events on annual basis. Say they are having their famous cultural programs, and they are known for their events. And if they are doing it on an annual basis, and if NAAC is not going to consider, then there will be a huge loss for the college.
No. I'm not telling that annual basis only it will be considered. They will say, for example, see, we will keep one particular name. In my
Mhm.
college, we called Razmatas,
Okay.
a cultural event. Every year, we'll conduct Razmatas cultural,
Mhm.
right? Now, in that Razmatas, we keep, say, for example, this year, I have kept nail art, face painting, mehendi, all such kind of thing. Say these three, right?
Hmm.
Next year, under Razmatas, instead this nail painting, this face painting, and mehendi, I can think something different, saying hair design, flower arrangements. Are you getting me?
Yes.
International food, food at national level, or it's like share and eat,
Mhm.
such kind of things. Like see the uniqueness what you get into this. You're
Okay.
See, you have given one particular name and you will be considering that name as your brand,
Right.
right? There are colleges who will be branded with that,
Yes.
right? So you can keep that, but you have to do the change in internal part. Many a
Okay.
times what happens, events also we keep same,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
That they will consider, but they will not consider each year the same event as one time.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
Now, yeah, that way you have to do the change I'm telling,
Okay.
right? Some innovation has to be. See, the team is changing. The student members in your cultural cell will be changing.
Yes.
The student member, the committee will be changing. Then their strategic plan should be something different. Some innovation has to be seen. That says that leadership quality is developed. Okay.
Yeah. Thank
Ma'am,
you.
ma'am,
Ma'am,
one question.
can we add yoga and meditation in life skill?
Yes, you can.
Ma'am, how can
Yoga, meditation. If you have a gym in your college and the gym is being used by your students, can be considered in life skill.
Sure.
ma'am,
Ma'am,
one question. How
Ma'am,
can
can
I
you throw
maintain the
some
data
light on
of
student grievance? Student grievance
Yes.
also comes in criteria 5. So can you throw some light on what documentation, what exactly has to be done for NEC?
Student grievance should be a particular cell, student grievance cell. See, as per the norms, as per the AICT norms or UGC norms, you see, you should have a team where your students has to be involved and your teachers has to be involved, including male, female, as well as the office person into it. First thing you have to understand, the cell has to be created keeping these people, one office person, one male, one female, and 3 to 4 students, including both girls and boys. Once you create this, you have to have the rules and regulations of this grievance cell. Means how you are communicating that this is our grievance cell and the rules of grievance cell is like this. Now we are going to get the grievance either online or offline. Two things you have to show. Offline process is what? How a person has to reach you, how the student has to reach to the grievance cell, through email or through a box keeping there or through the mentor. That is your decision. You have to drop down this procedure properly, that if you are coming offline, you have to come in this way. What is the hierarchy to reach? If it is not solved under this level, it will go to this level. If it is not solved there, it goes to the management level. So these things you have to mention for offline. At the same time, online grievance, the one who don't want to show their face, so then the grievance is like that ki they don't want to mention themselves that I am giving this particular grievance. So they will come with online grievance. When they come with online grievance, you should communicate to the student and staff that if you write on through our portal, then this is going to reach to the committee. So from the committee, it will be taken over. This particular thing. Then after this policy, you should have a document of objectives of it. Then the supporting documents. Yearly, how many grievances you have received, in how you have solved in what time. Say I have given the grievance in the month of January. So how much time a grievance cell has taken to solve that? 10 days, 15 days, 1 month. So what your policy says, how much of the time you take for solving the grievance, type of grievance, and one or two such kind of grievances has to be attached as the document. And the minutes of meetings of the grievance cell, even though if the grievance is not there, minutes should be recorded saying that there is no grievance found in this particular semester or per month, however your policy says. These are the documents for grievance.
Ma'am, one question. How,
Ma'am, I
how
have a
can I
question.
maintain the data of those students who go for higher studies?
When they go for higher studies, you
Yeah.
can maintain a data by your transfer certificate. Like a request letter will come from that particular college to your college to transfer that student. That request letter of that college and the transfer certificate you have given to that particular college. One way. Second way, if you have a very good connect with that student, admission confirmation letter of that student and the ID card of the student of that particular college where the higher education the student is doing. These are the two ways to keep the documents.
Ma'am, my
Ma'am,
question is,
regarding the same question for this sending people outside for studying, is the transcript letter enough?
Transcript letter will say that you are recommending that student.
Yes.
It will not show that the student has got the seat there. After giving the transcript letter, there will be one confirmation letter from that university or a college. That is required.
But they have sent us a confirmation letter from there, a mail stating that we need these, whether this student is authentic or not. That's how it's come to us.
That works.
That will do? Okay.
Yes, yes, that will do. That will.
ma'am, awards and medals in sports and
ABC,
cultural.
ma'am.
Basundara,
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Basundara.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, how to register for ABC, ma'am? For such kind of skills. Yes, ma'am. ABC. Academic Bank of Credit, ma'am.
Academic Bank of Credit. It is nowhere relevant
Yes.
to criteria 5, but still I'll answer you. ABC, you have to just enroll into the portal of ABC and register your college. See, now
Ma'am, there were my college name is not showing over there, ma'am. So such
That is,
kind
but
of
let me
cases.
complete my thing. Earlier,
Okay.
last year and all, we can able to add our college name in that. Now that addition of our college is not coming. And it is because that now they made through university. If you are an affiliated college of the university, if your university is in ABC and your college name is displayed in your university, that will do for you. You should not register separately for ABC because You are not giving a certificate, university is giving a certificate for the student. This is what is the thing.
Okay,
If
understood,
you
ma'am. Thank
feel
you. Yes,
like
ma'am.
you
Ma'am,
have to do it,
Excuse me,
then
ma'am.
you have to write a letter to government, and the government has to allow through NOC from the university. Then it is possible to add your name. Decision has
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be.
University is giving the all kind of certificate for peer. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
ma'am, awards and medals
Excuse me,
in
ma'am.
sports and cultural.
Hmm.
Ma'am, I just want to know now. Colleges have their your annual events. Suppose for
Hmm.
in an event they have around 8 to 10 competitions, and the students have not won the overall event, but they have won some few competitions in it.
That
So,
will do. Only
so we
for
have to
that
count
event.
individual,
Yes, yes.
or suppose if they have won the entire event.
If they have won the entire event, you can say proudly that it is a total event. This one. Otherwise, if out of that one event has been won by first place or second place, then that also works. Both the things work.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
regarding
you
student
said
awards and medals, it is awards and medals won in sports and cultural only. Then, in case a student has won an award while presenting a research paper, where these awards can be put, ma'am?
That you have to put in criteria 3, where innovation write up you are going to do in criteria 3, where you say that you have created the environment for innovation and research in your college, through which your so and so student has got the best paper award, and put that as a supporting document.
Hello, ma'am. Myself, Dr. Paramjit. I am from the veterinary university. Ma'am, you told that regarding this, the cultural and sports meets, whatever being organized, here we have to consider number of event. Like maybe on the sports meet we conduct javelin throw, weightlifting. Then we can have this 4x400 meter, like this different events. So they will be considered individually one event, or they will go for the individual number of the events under the same sports meet like category.
They will consider each event as one. 400 meters, 100 meters, one, provided you are giving us a report of each event separately.
That means it should be conducted on the different days or in the different span of intervals during the year, during the academic year.
Not like that. You might have conducted these events in 1 week, say keeping this as a sports week, and you have
Okay.
conducted there. And one event you conducted in the afternoon, and one event you have conducted in the morning.
Okay.
While reporting, you have to report each event separately.
Okay.
And that way, if you give, it works. Otherwise, if you are reporting like sports week,
Okay.
in the sports week, I have conducted so things, then it will be considered as one report. If you separately prepare the report of each event, then it
Okay.
is considered as different.
Like as
Hello.
far as this cultural activities is being also concerned, like here we are having the youth festival is being organized.
Yeah.
So that generally occurs on a fixed intervals, like maybe in the November or the October on the same day. But ma'am, events mostly we take those events which is going to help us in competitions ahead, in maybe in the north zone, maybe in the intervarsity, or maybe like that the national level. So in that, mostly every year it happens. So it will also be considered only a one event in 1 year, or maybe one event for the 5 years.
No. See, you may conduct on the same dates every year that event. Okay. And in that particular event, you have conducted, like just few minutes ago, I was telling that you conducted mehendi, you conducted face painting, and in the next year also you conducted mehendi and face painting. This will be considered as one. You have to conduct mehendi, face painting along with hairdressing along with flower arrangements,
Arrangement.
like that.
Okay, but ma'am, generally, if it is, if I think it should be like that. Mostly the students keeps on changing. The event remain the same. I think it should be. It's just a suggestion. It should be considered as an individual event because every
Madam,
time year
as
is
per
different.
our
Number of
experience,
participants are different.
participants are different, date is different, year is different.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thought process is same, right? Thought process is same, right? Actually, the leadership or the understanding of an act is to improve the thought process, strategizing. You have to make the student learn the strategy planning. And these cultural and sports events have been taken over by students in presence of faculty. Now you should mold their mind to think differently for the present scenario. Otherwise, they how they have to fit for the coming days. Are you getting my point?
Ma'am, just because I'm saying like some of the events, like we are having the folk dances, local folk dances, Gidda, Bhangra, it remains all over when you present at that of the national or maybe at
There
that.
are programs which comes in television called Dance India Dance, and so many other programs related to culturals will be coming. Can you see the uniqueness in that? See, same
Yes.
Bhangra on
Mm.
specific, I say theme. Give a theme. They work on theme. They come with this particular event. This one, how I should tell you, I'm not understanding. The name of the event may be same, uh, not same. I don't know how to say. Say, for example, I am doing Bharatanatyam, right? Bharatanatyam remains same. Okay. Now,
Uh,
within next year, I say Bharatanatyam competition with this particular theme. I keep a theme: women's something, child care, or this one. Then they have to do Bharatanatyam, and they have to involve that theme, or they should represent a story using Bharatanatyam.
That
Then-
means,
okay.
ma'am, as we have discussed about the branding of an event, the
Ah.
name could be the same, but the only
Yes.
thing is that there has to be variation of the events.
Variation,
Yeah.
like say face painting, sorry, mime with having a theme of physiotherapy. Say they will plan a story in the mime where physiotherapy, how physiotherapy useful for a people, how they can reach to the physiotherapist, what all physiotherapists can do, all these things they will put in that thing. So
Or
you have to
it can
give
be
that.
like, say, 1 year we can have a classical, the all the classical dance performances, and the next year we may have a fusion dances. Then next year we may have some other maybe folk dances. So the theme should change, but the main will remain like that. The main,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Got it?
हेलो हेलो मैडम, लैंग्वेजेस में
हेलो
लैंग्वेजेस में अगर
प्रशांत
हम
देशपांडे।
अच्छा मैडम,
हाँ सर,
लैंग्वेजेस
बोलिए।
लैंग्वेजेस में जो हम डिबेटिंग कंपटीशन या एलोक्यूशन या ऐसे राइटिंग रखते हैं और गाइडेंस भी करते हैं बाहर से गेस्ट को बुलाकर, तो वो स्किल इनहेंसमेंट के अंतर्गत आ जाता है क्या?
हाँ,
लैंग्वेज
लैंग्वेज में आ जाता है। हाँ, आ जाएगा।
Ma'am, my question, hello.
हाँ सर, डॉक्टर मनोज।
Good evening, ma'am. This is Dr. Manoj Thore from Gadchiroli,
Ah.
Maharashtra. My question is that,
Yes.
ma'am, there is only BCom degree in our institute. But
Hmm.
during that degree, we organize various programs for students to guide them for competitive exams and various exams.
Hmm.
Then our students go to other institute for their PG. And after their PG, if they will clear any competitive exam, they will successful. So can we get that credit?
No, because they have done their PG in different college. No, after the PG they
Right.
are writing this. That college will take that, not you. If they
Okay.
are clearing after completing your course.
Okay.
Then it will be considered for you.
Ma'am, good evening.
Thank you.
Ma'am, with
Same
respect to
context, if a
capacity
student,
development,
Rajashri,
yes, ma'am, in the
yes.
same context, if a student of 18-19 PG batch, after he clears his PG, suppose in 2021 he qualifies net set, so can we include his name in our total percentage of students who have cleared competitive exams?
PG he has done in your college only.
Yes.
Then you can consider.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, regarding this career
Another
counseling and
two questions.
competitive exams,
Yeah.
career counseling and competitive exam, our students have given some lectures to the schools, the underprivileged schools. Can that be considered?
No, that will be considered in your extension activities criteria 3.
Okay.
Here,
Thank you.
here it should be for your students, and the outcome should be for your student, not for
Okay.
other students.
Okay.
ma'am,
Thank you.
good evening, ma'am. With respect to this capacity development and skill enhancement activities, is there a criteria or like some guideline with respect to the duration of these activities or this program? Or it can be like a one-day thing or something like that, or of some number of hours.
No, the duration is minimum you should take for 30 hours.
Okay.
30 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Madam, if we take our students for other college for sports and cultural events, can we consider it as organizing?
No,
Organized
it
event?
participation.
So
Your
in our
student has participated in sports in other colleges, right?
it is not organized by our own college.
No, it is not organized by your college. The other college has been organized, and your student has participated. You took them to that college, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So
So
it
we
is
have to
called
conduct.
participation.
Okay, we have to conduct in our own ground, in
You
own
have
auditorium.
no. See, ground can be the other college ground, but see, you can request if at all you don't have a ground, and you can request the other college to give the ground, but all the arrangement and conducting has to be done by your college.
Okay, okay.
If that is the case, it can be considered as conducted. But if you don't have infrastructure and you are conducting somewhere where you are taking all the efforts, your students, your arrangements, your programs, your physical education director, all that is there, then you can consider as conducting. But when other college has been conducted and you are taking your students to participate in that, then you will consider as participate only, not conducted.
Ma'am, one more, ma'am, about alumni fundraising. Ma'am, can we collect material instead of money, ma'am, from the alumni? Can we consider?
You can just put an policy saying that for alumnus, we are taking the what you are taking, not the money, but some whatever their interest.
For example, fridge or AC.
You can take. You can do that, but you can say the batch of this has presented fridge for us, costing the amount of rupees so many thousand.
Okay.
The
Can we
cost
do?
of it.
Okay. Can we do audit for this, ma'am?
Yes,
Auditing.
you can do.
Okay.
You
Okay,
can.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So we'll go for criteria 6. If you are clear with.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, one last question, please.
Yes. Tell me.
Ma'am, where can we quote the academic toppers? University toppers.
Academic toppers you will quote in criteria 2, where you are talking about your teaching learning process, student-centric learning. You are talking about your fast learners. There you say To close the fast learners file, you say these are the fast learners, you have given the extra mile efforts to them and they got the rank in the university. Supporting document, their rank certificate.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shall we move on? Okay. Thank you all.
Yes.
Yeah, Dipchandra, please mute them and then I'll go for criteria 6. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Moving towards our criteria 6, generally a criteria 6 is considered as the quality criteria where all administrative things will be there. First thing, financial assistance to faculty. We have to understand here that the how much financial assistance every year a college is giving to a faculty for attending the workshops, seminars, conferences, or short term courses, or any kind of an what is that membership amount. Now, as per the new guidelines of NAAC, per faculty per year, a college has to spend minimum of 5,000 rupees and at least 50% of the faculty to be benefited with this 5,000 rupees per year. If I have 20 faculty, minimum of 10 faculty should be benefited with 5,000 rupees. That is the financial assistance. What the documents here is the certificate of the faculty, then an application given to the management for taking the amount or the registration fees of that conference or workshops or this one, and then audited statement mentioning the total amount spent for the workshop seminars and for faculty assistance, financial assistance. That has to be highlighted along with these certificates, clearly making a main page showing that if one faculty they want to see, they have to see the proper document of that workshop brochure, then OOD form or the request form given to the management, then fees receipt which has been paid to the conference and reimbursed from the college or fee receipt paid from the college. These things for each faculty has to be collected and every year this data has to be taken. Then short term or FDPs attended by teaching and non-teaching staff. Here now these two things you have to consider for teaching and not teaching. Keep in mind 50% of the faculties every year at least has to be benefit. Then coming to the documents required, IQAC meetings, initiatives of the IQAC, outside collaborations, audits, participation in NIRF, etc. Here, every year, number of IQAC meetings you are doing, number of initiatives every year taken, and the outcome of that initiatives. You should make a proper table showing that this year these are the initiatives taken by IQAC and this is the outcome. So every year this document has to be done and reflecting that into your IQAC meetings and reflecting that into your what is that, the table form what you are doing. Then what kind of collaborations you have. Here, this collaboration is not the MOU or anything. Here, the collaboration is from your institute, your expertise went outside to collaborate quality wise, like as a resource person. Your faculty went as a resource person, your faculty went as an auditor, your faculty went as the BOS member, your faculty went, like you're giving some quality input to other institute through your faculty. That kind of an collaborations here. Then IQAC doing academic audits, regular audits, then your college participation in NIRF. Then coming towards welfare policies for staff and students. Here, what kind of an policy your management is having for staff and for students. Specify those policies, like a 50% of fees reduction will be there for the staff child. Policy, highlight that. And how many staff has benefited with that? The request letter of that staff, the student detail of that department or a college, and the policy, this thing, one particular document. Likewise, if you are providing a free food for non-teaching staff, the ledger maintained by your canteen or by your food court, where these staff will sign and eat every day, and they are not paying to the college or to the canteen. That is the supporting document. How many are benefited with that policy? Likewise, you look into it that in your institution, what such kind of welfares are there for your non-teaching staff as well as for the teaching staff. Clearly jot down the things. In this year, under this policy, these are the benefiting people. Under this policy, on this point, these are the benefiting people. And every year, how many are benefited under what particular point. Not necessary every year, every point has to be benefited, but here and there, these points to be covered, both for students and for staff. Strategic plan. Here, the strategic plan means the 5-year plan which has to be done at the management level, and that has to be discussed in the GC meeting, that is governing council meeting of the management. And keeping that as one of the support, IQAC splits this 5-year plan into year-wise plan. So keeping a priority that which has to be taken first and which has to go later. The IQAC will again plan year-wise. And then after year-wise, completion of the year, IQAC again has to look into the action plan and also has to see to it, analyze at the end of the year and say that this was the IQAC strategic plan based on the management 5-year plan, and in this year the action taken on these points, and this has the outcome of this is out of these 3 to 4 points which has been taken, 1 or 2 points has been covered and the other 2 not covered, or this other 2 will be taken for the next year. So this planning, how this IQAC does, when these meetings will be held, how this all has to come in your proper flow chart, that this particular time, specifically at the beginning of the year, IQAC sits and plan it, then submit to the management. Principal will discuss that in the governing council meeting, get the approvals from the governing council meeting. Again, principal comes back to the IQAC head or the IQAC person, and from there the action planning will be given to all the committees to work on, and then the collection of the data from all the committees will be taken by IQAC. Analysis will be done. Again, the report will be created on that and given it to the principal, which will be presented in the next year governing council meeting of the college by the principal. This whole thing has to be properly written with the flow chart and how your things are working. That is called strategic plan here in criteria 6. Now, this first thing, your 5-year plan. Second thing is IQAC plan, which will be your voice. And third strategic plan will be your committee plans, like your cultural committee plan, sports committee plan, extension activity plans, right? All that are the plans, strategic plans, which will be for only one semester, right? And that will come from the IQAC plan. Now, action plan of these small committees, action plan of the IQAC, then proper analysis and reporting to the management. This is what is must, and the document is your minutes of first thing, your policy of IQAC, then your minutes of meeting of governing council, highlighting some of the points, and then extracts of that meeting, then IQAC meeting, then samples of your committee strategic plans. Now, if you are going for the second cycle or the third cycle, then it is very much needed that you have to look into your previous compliances done by your peer team in your first cycle, and point wise you have to drop down what is the action taken on that compliance and what is your outcome of that. That has to be provided here. Now, here you require the policies. First thing, IQAC policy, then appraisal policy, then welfare policy, and purchase policy. What is the process of purchase? What is your financial policy actually? These are the policies which requires to be given for criteria 6. All this is you have to have a understanding properly about your organization when you're writing criteria 6 and when you're documenting criteria 6. Be careful, it is all related to management. The peer team will discuss with IQAC less than what they discuss about this with the management in their luncheon meeting. So, care to be taken here. Key points to be kept in mind that what is being discussed in your GC has to match with your IQAC meetings, has to match with your strategic plans of the committees and the outcome of it. This is from my end. Now, this is open for all of you to have a discussion on this. Request Dipchandra to unmute them.
Hello, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
This is regarding
Manisha.
Yes, ma'am. I want to know under criteria 6, we have the government funds. So, what type of funds to be considered under this particular head, and what documentary evidence we need to show for it? Government funding.
Government funding in criteria 6 was there previously. Now they have removed this question, but still it is available in AQAR. First thing, if you are going for AQR and you need these government funds, remember here the research funds where where you have got the funds to do the research projects will come in criteria 3, which you cannot give in criteria 6. Now in criteria 6, some of the consultancies which come from the government, like say small government projects, you are the part of the project and you have been given the amount. It's a big government project like civil projects, especially engineering colleges will do that. The government will say that your student has to help us in doing these things and the government will pay them. That fund will come here. And other thing is NSS fund. NSS fund sometimes will get from university some amount. That fund will come here. It's a government fund. But as per as my knowledge is there, it is non-government and philanthropers' money, not the exact government money in this criteria. Now, if you talk about philanthroper or an other money, this is like when you are doing event or when you are doing something and you are getting others to help you. They call it as the what they call that money, like
Sponsorship.
Sponsorship, yeah, you are right. Sponsorship money which is coming in into your account will be considered here as the amount.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. I have one doubt regarding fan listening to faculties.
Yeah.
Yeah, regarding ma'am, it is for a faculty. I'm giving 1,000 rupees to one faculty. I'm giving as a multiple times from the same faculties. The minimum amount is 5,000 rupees. Shall I accumulate that entire amount for a single faculty per year?
Yes. You
I
can
give multiple.
1,000 rupees and another event you give 3,000. In the whole year for the same faculty, you have given 5,000.
Yeah, it is considered as 1 year.
Yes, it will be considered as that faculty will be considered as one for that year, one time.
Okay.
But the total amount will be considered as 5,000.
Yeah, okay. If the same faculty gets for 3 continuous years, means it will count as 3 times or 1 time?
3 times. In that year, 1 time.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a question. Yes, with respect to I mean, let's say the IQAC conducts a faculty development program or a professional development program. We get resource persons from outside the college. And then for the faculty members, we don't take any fees. We take participants from other institutions also. And then, like some of the, let's say we have made it free for our staff as well as other, faculty members participating from other colleges also. So will that be counted as a, like, let's say this thing that you're talking about, 5,000. So now we've done a program, we've got resource persons from outside and we've made it free for our faculty members. Can that be counted as that amount of fee?
It will not be counted. It will not be counted because this is your conducting. Your faculty is involved in arranging this event.
Okay.
Right. They are the part of the event, but it is your in-house. You cannot say, I have not taken 1,000 rupees and this 1,000 rupees I'm telling that I have given it for them for this program.
Okay.
ये ऐसी बात हो गई ना, आप घर में खाना बनाओगे और आप बोलोगे कि इस खाने का 60 रुपीस मैं आपकी हिसाब लिख
Yes, I understand.
ऐसे हो जाएगा ना, तो ऐसा नहीं कर सकते.
Ma'am, you referred about IQAC doing audits. So can you please throw light on what type of audits IQAC is supposed to do?
IQAC doing audit means here, like say semester has been started and IQAC has to check the academic progress or academic related activities, right? The audit is here after the semester, or sometimes you can do monthly also. The calendar of event in that month, these are the events are there, say. So that month, IQAC collects all the reports and will do the analysis and give a report on it, saying that this report is incorrect, this has been not submitted, and the faculty has not done this program on this day. This is called the audits of IQAC.
Okay, that means a sort of academic audit IQAC is
Academic
supposed to do.
audit, which has to be done internally
Okay.
to take a confidence that yes, the things are happening. You cannot, IQAC cannot sit for 1 year and after 1 year say that that would have been done in that month, no, and that month
Yeah.
gone, and that person also is not there. Where that reports, we don't know.
Okay.
So
Okay, got
regular
it.
audits of IQAC is very much necessary for a quality institution to understand that what is happening in that month, and you consolidate that month's report. Give the comments of that month only, so that it will
Okay.
be easier for the IQAC for coming days.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, good evening. I just wanted to know regarding this FDP that the other ma'am had just mentioned. Can we have an online FDP and for others also, where we charge a very minimal amount and we can show that as an FDP? Is that counted?
Yes, you can do the online FDP. There is no restriction on that. Whatever the amount you are charging, there is no restriction on that. It will be considered as the event conducted or the FDP conducted by your institution. It will not be taken as the financial assistance.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for this answer. Regarding the welfare policies for the staff and all, we have got some medical policies for the staff. That we have, upgraded it, giving little more facilities to the non-teaching staff. So, how do I show it in the what you call this welfare? Because we have upgraded by 500 rupees extra for the medical expenses. So, can I? It's a continuation of the previous year. So, is that okay if I show it in the welfare policies? Program?
See, for non-teaching staff, if I have to talk, as per the norms of the UGC, the one who is being paid below 25,000 has to get the medical facility.
Okay.
It is a norm. Then you cannot consider that as your welfare. First thing, if at all they are above 25,000, paid above 25,000, and still you are giving 500 rupees every month, or you have done any kind of health insurances for the faculty, yes, you can consider that as a welfare.
Ma'am, please repeat. Ma'am, please repeat it.
See, as per the UGC norms, the faculty, the non-teaching or teaching staff who is earning 25,000 below, they have to be given the medical facility as per the norms. ESI we call, right? And that is mandatory from the government. That is not your welfare. But if at all you have a faculty whose salary is more than 25,000, say 30,000, 35,000 and above, and for them your college has done the special health insurance by paying 500 rupees or giving 500 every month extra for their medical concerns, that will be considered as the welfare.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Ma'am, if a faculty If
with
a
regards to
faculty
teacher.
member is doing PhD and we allow that person to use the laboratory facilities of the college and the faculty doesn't need to pay anything, he can use the time schedule of his duty as well as the infrastructure, everything. Will that be considered as the welfare policy for the staff members?
Giving infrastructure is not your welfare policy, but in the lab, what the consumables the faculty is using for the research, say
Yes, ma'am.
some of the chemicals or some of the
Instruments.
softwares which is there, and the college is paying for that software and the college is paying for that consumables, the cost of that consumables
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be considered as a welfare.
What supporting document will suffice for this work, ma'am?
A supporting document will be the faculty has to raise an indent to the management saying that for my research, these are the consumables costing around 50,000 or 30,000 for my PhD work. And as per the policy, I need the help from the institution, and institution has to pass that indent and has to purchase through purchase policy of the college, not individual purchase.
Okay, ma'am. That means only if the financial matters involved will be considered in this welfare policies.
Yeah. Simply giving your infrastructure
Will
is
not
not
do.
in welfare. Yeah.
And ma'am, sometimes when the teacher goes and attends the classes, suppose he is upgrading his degree, a person has joined with the graduation degree and up going for the post graduation or going for PhD and going somewhere else in other institute and attending classes, and we are allowing that in the duty hours itself. Will that be considered, ma'am?
Provided you are giving the paid leaves for that.
Yes, ma'am. Suppose the person has 7 hours to work, I mean, in the college, and we are allowing 2 hours to go and attend the classes. He'll be working here only for 5 hours. So that will be considered as the welfare policy.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I just want to know what documentary evidence to be provided for non-government funds, and I also wanted to know about the FDP number of days to be considered.
Non-government funds documents here is like sponsorship request and the sponsorship which has come to your account and the account details. I mean your bank statement showing that the entry of the amount to your account. These are for that. Now coming to your FDP programs for criteria 6, the logic behind this is you are developing the faculty knowledge. Hence, it should be minimum for 5 days and it can be more than 5 days, like 15 days short term course, 1 month short term course, or it can be 1 week faculty development program, not less than 1 week.
Thank you, ma'am.
हेलो मैम, वो स्वयं में अगर कोई कोर्स करते कोई टीचर्स शॉर्ट टर्म स्वयं में, तो टीचर्स का हम ले सकते हैं क्या उसमें?
हाँ, आप ले सकते हो कि टीचर ने स्वयं का कोर्स किया है करके अटेंडेड में, मीन्स जो फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस में ले सकते हो या फिर फैकल्टी अटेंडेड में ले सकते हो, not in faculty development program conducted will differ.
मतलब शॉर्ट टर्म में ले सकते, शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्स में
ले सकते हो अटेंडेड।
मैम इन कंटिन्यूएशन विद
मैम आईक्यूएसी के बारे में पूछना था।
हाँ सर।
मैम आईक्यूएसी का जो है हर साल का दिखाना पड़ेगा क्या? अगर ऐसा भी जैसा हम लोगों का अभी फॉर्म नहीं हुआ था, तो इसी साल फॉर्म हुआ है आईक्यूएसी सेल जो है, तो इसका हम लोग 5 साल में अभी हम लोगों ने आईक्यूए भर दिया है, तो उसको हम लोग कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करें?
आईक्यूए भर दिया है?
जी मैम, और इसी साल अभी आईक्यूएसी वाला हुआ है रिसेंटली, इससे पहले नहीं था।
मिनिमम 3 इयर्स पहले यू शुड स्टार्ट आईक्यूएसी, 3 इयर्स पहले। ऐसा नहीं कि आप IAQA सबमिट करके अभी IQAC शुरू किया, ऐसा क्वालिटी बनेगा ही नहीं डिपार्टमेंट में या इंस्टीट्यूशन में। रूल ऐसा है कि आपका अभी कहाँ से बैठेगा, अगर आपने अभी IAQA दिया है तो आपका आएगा 18, 19 टू 22, 23 तक का।
जी मैम 18-19 तो शुरू है।
हाँ, वहां से आएगा। तो एटलीस्ट आपका IQAC होना चाहिए 19-20 में, एटलीस्ट,
जी मैम।
राइट?
अभी
मैम
तो अभी फॉर्म ऐसे हुआ तो अभी कुछ चेंज कर सकते हैं मैम, या कैसे
अभी
इसको बैक डेट में
आप
दिखाना?
एटलीस्ट ऐसे बताओ कि फॉर्म हुआ था 1920 में बट काम नहीं हुआ, मतलब एक्टिव
हाँ,
नहीं था।
एक्टिव नहीं था। हाँ,
हाँ, अभी एक्टिव हुआ है लास्ट ईयर से, ऐसा बता सकते हैं।
ठीक है मैम, थैंक यू।
Ma'am, in continuation with that FDP, can we show the SWAYAM courses and all?
FDP, you can show the SWAYAM courses as your short-term courses attended by the faculty, and if at all your college has given the fees of that particular course, you can consider in financial assistance, but
Okay.
not in
Thank you.
conducting.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, will
Good
the
evening.
short-term course will be considered for our FDP? What we are attending now?
This one, yes, this will be considered.
Ma'am, what is the role of CDC in this?
CDC in role of CDC in
This criteria.
I'm not clear with the question.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Madam, I have doubt about outside collaboration. Actually, our college faculty acting as BOS member for other college, but we don't have MOU or any linkage between the college.
Here,
But our
that
faculty-
is what I told. Here, your MOU linkage is not required. If they are the BOS member and you have a letter or a proof from that particular college that this person is the BOS member of our committee, highlight that and keep that.
And same like resource person, ma'am. Our faculty.
Yes. Resource person, your what is that brochure mentioning your name as a resource person and the topic, and any kind of appreciation letter got from that particular college will work. No need
Ma'am, I
of
have a
any
question.
MOU.
Ma'am, and the NSS amount, we are collecting NSS amount from university. Can we consider it philanthropist column, ma'am? At the particular
We
metric
can
column?
consider there. That is what I repeat. This question is not there now presently. But if you are working for AQAR, yes, you can consider there for that question.
Ma'am, one more, ma'am.
Ma'am,
The previous fifth criteria, alumni contribution, fund contribution. In AQR, there are 5 items like less than 2 lakh, less than 3 lakh, less than 5 lakh, like that. In the case, if you receive any material from the alumni, how can we include, ma'am? Because if you receive
Consider
amount,
the cost of that material.
oh, okay. Okay.
You have to have a clarity. We have received this material from this batch. As even like other sir was telling, refrigerator they have got from the student. The cost of that refrigerator.
Ma'am, in financial support, how to calculate it?
Financial support, you can calculate like one teacher going for one of the conference, and your college has given, if the conference cost is 5,000, if the college has given 5,000 to that faculty, you can consider that as the total amount.
Ma'am, is the cap is limited only to the 5,000 rupees?
No, it can be more than that, but not less than that.
Ma'am, and
If it is
second
less than
point, is
5,000,
there
will it
any?
be counted?
Yeah.
If it is less than 5,000, then it will be counted or not?
That is what present SOP present. What is that benchmarking? What they have released? They say per year 5,000 per person.
Ma'am, it
Thank
will
you,
be
ma'am.
great if some geo can be provided over the email, or if some so these are the rules and regulations, so we can also add as a supporting document that and we can it is really an encouraging efforts for the development of the teacher
For
and the
that, you
financial
should
aid
have a
that has been
policy,
provided
sir.
by the
Your management or IQAC has to create a policy first. Policy document is the first. Later, your things, and in that policy document, it has to be mentioned that per faculty this much we will give for assisting for the faculty development program or short-term courses, whereas we will provide 10,000 for research paper publication. We provide this. So what is the budget per faculty per year? Your management is giving that clear guidelines or the procedure you should have.
Okay, so every institution has a different financial support
Yes,
program
yes.
that yeah.
Every institution will have a different financial assistance. It is
But
not
providing but if it is coming to the consideration that the money is less with the institution and all the 50% of the teachers cannot be provided for these, so is there any roadmap to that, or ma'am, is there any sample is provided like you have expertise in that, ma'am? So is there any sample which is available, so if it can be floated with the Gmail or something, we can have an idea that these are the points to be worked on, so it in
and
future
so
it
that
will be really helpful.
so that we may convince our management or our authorities to get such type of financial assistance.
Go to NAAC portal and download the what is that called, benchmarkings. Download the benchmarkings from NAAC portal, and in that go to criteria 6 financial assistance. They clearly in their SOP, along with that they have mentioned in the benchmarking, they have mentioned 50% of the faculty, and in the new SOP they have mentioned that 5,000 per year per faculty. It is clearly mentioned. Take that document and convince your management.
Ma'am, I have another question. Ma'am, so if we are going for assessment this year by June, then the data, I think the data that we have to present is from 2018-19 till from 18 onwards, July 18 onwards till June 2023. Right, ma'am. So what about the peer team will be visiting this year. So during that time, if some of the programs that we have done, let's say some very good extension programs that we have done it only in July or maybe August or September or maybe even January. So if we present that to to the peer team, when we are, if let's say the principal is making his presentation or the IQAC is making their presentation, will that be considered by the peer team in the qualitative metrics or not?
Peer team will consider and understand that what efforts you are putting towards that qualitative metrics, but peer team will not consider the data of that year. They will consider the assessment period data only while giving the marks. But no doubt you can impress by putting all that into the principal presentation. Nothing to worry.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, with regards to criteria 5, there is a point regarding alumni in it. So, is it compulsory that alumni cells should be maintained, should be handled by alumni students only, or even the staff members can handle it?
No, it is the alumni only. It is a law. It's a registration.
So it has to be handled by alumni
It has
only.
to be registered and handled by your alumnus as a president, whereas your faculty can be a member there.
Okay, the handling has to be from their part.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We'll
Ma'am,
be
we have-
taking another 1 or 2 questions.
Yes, ma'am, we have lots of students doing presentations in conferences and teachers also doing presentations in conferences. But in criteria 3, the questionnaire is only about the research papers and the books chapters. So where can we include these conference presentations, oral, poster, all these presentations?
if you have presented this oral or lecture in the conference, then the conference has come as the proceedings, and the proceeding is having its ISBN or ISSN number, then you consider that in criteria 3, books, conferences, and chapters.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Devanand sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
They have the abstract book published. So the abstracts are published in the book. Can we show that as a documentary proof?
Yes, yes. First page of that book and the abstract page of that book.
So should we include that in the criteria 3 or criteria 6?
3.
3. Qualitative matter, that means.
There's a lot of background noise. We can't hear anything.
Yeah.
If there is only abstract and no full text paper has been published, then also it will be considered?
For proceedings.
For criteria 3, say the conference proceedings, if only abstracts are published and not the whole paper.
Whole paper has to be published actually, but if you don't have, you can try with the abstract. Sometimes they will take it because your book is having ISBN number.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am, I have two questions. One is, in case the institution has already implemented NEP, what documentary evidences will implemented NEP?
Okay.
What documentary evidences which are required to prove that? And second one, what shall be parameters to prove sustained institutional growth?
Sustained?
Institutional growth.
Institutional roles.
Growth. Sustained institutional growth.
Okay. Okay. Now coming towards your NEP, if you are an affiliated college and your university is been given you that you have to start NEP program, and there will be a letter from the university to make sure that the college has been started NEP, along with NEP syllabus. Along with, there is a portal from the university where they will take all the details of the students, marks, everything related to NEP. I mean NEP subjects, which differs from other this one. So that you can show for NEP. Now the other question here is to show that your sustainability and growth of your institution, that comes in criteria 6, where IQAC year wise, that is where the strategic plan and its outcomes you have to show. 5-year plan was this. First year we could able to achieve this. Second year we could able to achieve this. Third year we could able to achieve this. We have grown from this year to this year. One proper graph, a table, whatever you can present in a well form, you show with the supporting document. Like for example, you say the institution was not ISO certified. First year you have taken that as a task, and you see after the completion of 1 year your institution certified by ISO. Then you have done all the proper quality thing, and you have applied for this one, what is that, NIRF, and you have got band, you have got NIRF ranking. Next achievement, you have started the research, innovations, policies, and you have started the environment of research in this year. And third year you see number of papers published comparatively of other years was more, and you any other awards you received related to research, that is an achievement. Likewise, you have to show the growth happened. You have taken a action on placements. So on after 1 year, next year you will see that the placement has been reached higher compared to the other years, like 20%, 30% has been placed for 2 years. But after the action taken by IQAC, strategic planning which has been done, the third year you see the 60% of the placement done. So these are the things you have to show year wise, a proper thing which shows that you are growing. That is, you have to present that thing. Hope I have answered you.
Hello, madam. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, we are giving funds to our faculties to give their, data analysis like SEM, TEM. We give them funds to get this data to publish the paper. Can this be considered under welfare policy?
Will you repeat your question, ma'am, please?
We provide funds to the faculties to get data like SEM, TEM, or XRD or IR from other institutions paid. And they publish the paper afterward. Those funds, meaning they ask for the funds and we give them for data acquisition.
Yes.
Can that be considered?
Yes, you are giving the amount. That
Yes,
will be
yes.
considered as financial assistance for research publication, not for workshops, seminars attended.
Secondly, sir, madam, being government college, we also get, we write a proposal from Directorate of Art and Culture to conduct the program, or Directorate of, Information and Technology. We get money from many other organizations. From which we conduct the activities or organize the seminars. Can that be considered under government funds?
Yes, that will be considered under government funds. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah,
Good
this
evening.
will
I
be
just
the
want to
last
clarify
question.
one doubt.
Yeah.
One of our esteemed member has clarified that for the alumni cell, the alumnus, among the alumnus should be the president. Did I hear it correctly, ma'am?
Yes, yes. You
And
are
the faculty will be the member only?
Yes, yes. Faculty
Right,
can be
right
member.
now, our principal madam is the president because we were not aware. So do we need to change the faculty member, re-elect the members?
Yeah, there should be alumnus only.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I want to know about the audits. Have the gender audit, academic audit, and all this admin audit to be conducted every year? Hello.
Actually, it is every year. Actually, it is every year. But at least 2 years once you have to conduct all this.
Okay, after 2 years, we conduct all these audits. That can be done, no, ma'am?
Can be done.
Because, yeah, we have applied for SSR this year. We have conducted all the audits and all. So maybe I can now wait for 1 year and then do it after 1 year and show that whatever suggestions were given, I have worked over it and the improvements have been done, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay, we will wind up. Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes,
Hello?
sir. Yes, sir. Devanand, sir. Tell me.
Yeah, ma'am, regarding collaborative quality initiatives, you mentioned that it has to be giving benefit to the other institutes. But in case we have done so with other agencies or other organizations, but the activity has been taking place in our institution, shall that be considered as quality initiative?
It has been taken place
in our institution.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In
So
your
we are-
institution, and you are the resource person.
No, in our institution, but it is done in collaboration with other organization. Benefit has come to our
Yes,
institution.
yes. You can do that. You can take it.
Whether it is government or non-government, that does not matter.
That does not. That does not matter.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Ma'am, can we have collaboration with institute to institute? Is that okay?
Yes, you can have.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, to conclude, by now it is the third week of our sessions. I hope all are benefited with the key insights of your documents and number of doubts being cleared. And now we will be coming next week with the final session of this, where I will take about the criteria 7 specifically, I will take on the best practices and distinctiveness of the institution, and then I will discuss some important key insights of part A and the conclusion remarks of the total SSR. After this, it will be open for you all for the discussions to conclude the session as well as to conclude the 4 days sessions on these key insights along with the understanding what we have taken. So thank you all for being participants and taking the inputs. Yeah, thank you. Dipchandra, I think we can conclude now. I think we can close.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Should we end the meeting?
Yes, please end the meeting.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the session.
Thank you.